The government wants to let children ditch the classroom and study from home at online schools run by tertiary institutions, schools or private companies. It says the proposal future-proofs the education system. Teacher unions say it's opening the doors to wholesale privatisation of schooling, and it has to be stopped. Our education correspondent, John Gerritsen, filed this report.
The change is part of a bill amending the Education Act, and if it becomes law, any school-aged child will be allowed to enrol in an online school instead of attending a regular school. The president of the Post-Primary Teachers Association, Angela Roberts, is shocked by the plan. She says schools are already working online, and the proposed change is simply aimed at letting private entities profit from the school system.
This isn't the way to lift outcomes for our most vulnerable students. It's just going to allow privatisation and private providers to dip their hand into the public purse. And every time they get some money, we've been told there's nothing for the rest of the state system. So it's just outrageous in so many ways.
The president of the Educational Institute, Louise Green, says an online school will not work for primary school children.
There's a lot about learning that involves interaction and, getting along with other people and all of those kinds of things, learning through play and experimentation and things like that. It would be disastrous, actually, if online learning replaced good, holistic learning.
The online schools will be called communities of online learning and can be set up by schools, tertiary institutions or private companies. The Education Minister, Hekia Parata, says the approval process will be rigorous and the schools will help ensure the educational system is keeping pace with the times.
This is the 21st century and we want to make sure that New Zealand kids are digitally fluent, that they can take advantage of technology, that we can provide opportunities for learning and that those diverse options include online learning, blended learning and more traditional learning.
The Labour Party's education spokesperson, Chris Hipkins, is suspicious of the government's motivation.
I'm not entirely sure what the government's motivating agenda here is, but I suspect it's that they want to extend charter schools into the digital space, and the evidence of that internationally is not good.
Background written information on the proposal says it recognises the growing role of technology.
These changes will increase the education options for school-age students in New Zealand. It will mean that students will be able to choose from a greater number of education providers and have increased access to more subjects, particularly specialised subjects, and teaching expertise.
The information says Te Aho o Te Kura Pounamu, formerly known as the Correspondence School, will become an online school when the bill comes into force. For Checkpoint, John Gerritsen.